They were not just about religious and Quranic studies, but they used to teach art, science, music, mathematics, theology. So he opened, people say that the first ruler, Ismaili Sammani, the first Sammanid ruler of Bukhara, opened around 21 madrasas dedicated to different sciences and art forms. So this was truly the golden age of Bukhara. As per the locals, they still look back at it with nostalgia. So what happened? What happened after the Samanid Empire? So we are going to enter a caravanserai. So you'll see. So this is the place where the Silk Road trade used to take place, and people from east and west used to congregate here, and they used to trade different items like silk, salt, pashmina, and even to today you can see that there are a lot of this is the trading dome. So there are two kinds of caravanserai structures that you see nowadays, or that used to exist back in the day, and you still see. One is these kind of domes, which are actually the trading centers. So there are different trading centers in Bukhara, from like money changers to hat sellers. They have some specific names. And the other caravanserai is where these people used to stay. So these traders used to stay. So I will show you that kind of caravanserai as well. So this is the trading dome. Yeah, so after the Persian Sassanid Empire fell into decline, interestingly, it was the turn of the Uyghurs to take control of Bukhara. That's right. So the Uyghurs from Kashgar in modern day Xinjiang, they moved into Bukhara and they conquered Bukhara. So that was, so now are you keeping track? Like we have already gone through some 7-8 different empires, right? So that is what you see, like that is the beauty of Bukhara, that it has gone through several kings and cultures. So then it was the turn of the Uyghurs. The Uyghurs ruled for around 220 years. Then, just like Alexander the Great, another ambitious man this time rose in the eastern plains of Mongolia, and he marched westwards to change history and alter geographies of several places. Now I'm not going to tell you the name of this person. I want you to guess it and leave it in the comment section. So this person, he completely flattened Bukhara. He did not leave anything standing besides just one thing, and that is that tower that you see. That is called the Kalyan Minaret. We are going to take a closer look at it as we get closer, and I will share the legend behind the tower, that why it survived destruction. So then he raised the city to ground. So that is where the thing comes from, that there are 3 Bukharas, because there are 2 Bukharas buried under the ground. So after he left, it was the turn of Timur or Tamerlane. Now Timur is a very controversial. Timur is a very controversial character, and it's like either you love him or you hate him, but apparently Uzbekistan has made him the national hero, an icon. So it was the turn of Timur to set his sights on Bukhara, and it is said that he was also responsible for a lot of destruction of Bukhara and also later some reconstruction. So that was like the Timurid dynasty, and after the Timurid dynasty came the Sammanids dynasty. Now, so the Sammanids dynasty entered Bukhara around 1506. Now, ironically, the dynasty was founded by the same ambitious man's grandson who destroyed Bukhara, and this dynasty took on the task of rebuilding Bukhara. And today, like what we see, the Bukhara we see today is an example of Sabanid dynasty architecture, all of it. So all the buildings that we see, besides 2 or 3 buildings that I will show you, they all bear the hallmarks of the Sabanid architecture. So now we are reaching the highlight of Bukhara, the masterpiece of the Sabanid dynasty. So this is the epitome of the Shaibanid dynasty. This is 400 years old. Can you believe it? Look at the blue glazed tiles, the calligraphy, Quranic verses written on the walls. And I find this one to be quite intriguing because of all the durability of the structure. But of all the structures, this one has the most unique design if you look at it. So these are all like different kinds of madrasas and mausoleums. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Look at this, the vase, the guldasta, what they call here. It's beautiful. So that is the Kalyan Minaret. This is the second oldest structure in Bukhara. This was built in the 11th century, so that makes it around 1,000 years old. And the legend behind it is that when the mad Mongolian, he came here, he looked at this tower, and when he raised his head, his helmet fell off. Now throughout his entire war career, his hat had never, no enemy had ever managed to fell his hat. So he was moved by the structure and he asked his troops to not destroy it. So that is why it still remains standing in front of us. This is the structure, again another madrasa. You can see the fine carvings. You can see the 2 domes as well. Look at that, look at this beauty. Now you can see the full glory of this madrasa. Tell me, who wouldn't want to study in this madrasa? It's just amazing, isn't it? Oh. And there's something about the color blue and green